Hello and welcome. This is my official 2020 NFL season predictions. And let's just have no introduction. Let's go in this with Pittsburgh Steelers. I think that they'll actually lose to the Giants in the Monday night opener. But they'll beat the Denver Broncos at home and beat the Texans, lose to the Titans, beat the Eagles, split with the Browns, split with the Ravens, lose to the Cowboys, sweep the Bengals, beat the Jaguars, beat the football team, lose to the Bills, and beat the Colts for a 10-6 record. I genuinely feel that 10-6 is correct for the Steelers. Anyways, let's move on to the Browns. They'll get swept by the Ravens in my opinion. I don't know though. They could split, but I think they'll get swept. They'll split with the Bengals. They'll beat the football team. They'll lose to the Cowboys. I think they can beat the Colts. They'll beat the Raiders but lose to the Texans. They'll lose to the Eagles. They'll beat the Jaguars, lose to the Titans, and beat both New York teams for 8-8. Yeah, seems about right. I think that 7-9 is more appropriate, but I feel like 8-8's alright. I just don't know, 8-8, I just don't like 8-8 for some reason. Not because I'm a Cowboys fan. 8-8 is triggering. 8-8 does not make me mad. It's just 8-8. I just feel like it's a rare record to get, but I mean it can happen. Who knows with this 2020 season? There could be every team with 8-8. The Bengals, Joe's in town. Well, what can that do? I think they'll beat the Chargers on the opener. Lose to the Eagles. Beat the Jaguars. Lose to the Ravens. Lose to the Colts. Lose to the Titans. Oh, God. Beat the football team. Beat the Giants. Lose to the Dolphins. Lose to the Cowboys. Lose to the Texans and get swept by the Ravens. They gotta improve more than just Joe Burrow. So 5-11. That's one more. Oh, behold, the Baltimore Ravens. Oh boy, what's their record? 16-0. Well, they already lost one to the Steelers. I think they can beat the Texans, beat the Chiefs. That's gonna be a good game. Mark calendar, September 28th, 8:15 Eastern. Beat the football team, beat the Eagles, beat the Colts. However, lose to the Patriots. Beat the Titans, beat the Cowboys, beat the Jaguars and the Giants for a 14-2 record, which is pretty bold. Their team could, falter in some places, in which splitting with the Browns is all possible, giving them 9-7, which I don't know. I just don't feel like the Browns can go over 500 or even get 500. But you know what? If their team can just get it together with Baker, OBJ, and Hunt, they can be a good team. So you know what? I'll keep 9-7. Why not? Tennessee Titans. They'll lose to the Broncos on the Monday Nighter. Beat the Jaguars. Lose to the Vikings. Beat the Bills. Split the Texans. Beat the Bears. Split the Colts. Sweep the Jaguars. Beat the Lions. Lose to the Packers. 10-6 for Tennessee, which I believe will give them the winning the South. Now Texans. I'm back and forth with them. They got Watson, and they got a good O-line. The defense could use some work, but then it's they lose D-Hop. They're gonna underperform. And then there's Bill O'Brien. So let's see what happens. The opening game, they're gonna lose to the Chiefs, beat the Vikings, beat the Jaguars, beat the Packers. They're gonna surprise with that North. Being home against the top two in the North, that's gonna help. Sweep the Jaguars, beat the Patriots, beat the Lions, split the Colts, lose to the Bears because of that defense, Now, here's the thing. 10-6, I believe, is too high, especially with the kind of downgraded offense. And then there's Bill O'Brien. So, I believe that the Packers will beat them. And that's too much of a stretch to get Browns to win, because that's 10-6. That's not going to happen. They'll beat the Browns, in my opinion. There's a chance they could lose to the Vikings as well. But you know what? The Lions could take this game. With that offense, if just like they can get a good game there, the Lions could definitely win that one. Like, the Lions were only terrible last year because of Stafford being out. So, you know what? Haters, if there's what Texas team you want to laugh at being 8-8, it's the Texans this year. Indianapolis Colts here. Phillip Rivers. And one of the best offensive lines in the league right now. So let's see what happens. Sweep Jayville. Beat the Vikings. Beat the Jets. Lose to the Bears. Beat the Lions. Beat the Packers. Lose to the Raiders. 9-7. Pretty solid. Alright, yeah, Jacksonville. Jacksonville? Oh, Jacksonville. Anyways, the other Florida team of the AFC is the Dolphins. They'll split with the Patriots, for sure. I think they'll get swept by the Bills. Man, oh my god, they got a tough schedule. I think they'll lose the Seahawks, the Niners, and Broncos. Get some redemption and beat both LA teams. Lose to the Cardinals, split the Jets, lose to the Chiefs, lose to the Raiders, 6-10. That's all I can say. They'll be alright. Buffalo Bills, they're going to be king of the East. They're going to beat the Jets, beat the Rams, lose to the Raiders, beat the Chiefs, beat the Jets, split the Patriots. That's Seattle game. Okay. Now we know Seattle and their road experience. So because of that, they'll beat them. Lose to the Cardinals, beat the Chargers, lose to the Niners, and lose to the Broncos. 10-6. Pretty solid there. Alright, what are we going to do with a Brady-less Patriots team? Well, Bill Belichick's still there. Seahawks get their revenge by actually running the ball when there's 1 yard away. Beating the Raiders. Losing to the Chiefs. Losing to the Broncos. Losing to the Niners. Splitting the Jets, actually. Beating the Cardinals. Beating the Chargers. And Rams get revenge. 8-8. I'd say 9-7, actually. As much as I like it, the Broncos, I feel like something's not going to really go up. Like, Drew Lock's going to be there. Jerry Jeudy. Courtland Sutton. They got a great offense. I just don't think it's going to be that good. Like, for Broncos, like, I think give it next year for Denver, and that's when they're going to be, like, really good. And last team, the Jets. I went back and forth with the Jets. I thought that they were absolute crap. They're going to go 4-12. Then I finally got convinced that, hey, they actually aren't that bad. But then they just lost Jamal Adams. So, like, before that, I was like, oh, they might go 7-9 then or something. But now I think they're just, no. Lose to the Niners. Beat the Broncos. Beat the Cardinals. Lose to the Chargers. Lose to the Chiefs. Lose to the Raiders. Lose to the Seahawks. Lose to the Rams. Actually, you know what? They can beat the Raiders. But 4-12. Yeah, it's not good. Chiefs, defending champions. What's going to happen here? They're going to split with the Chargers. Sweep the Vegas Raiders, which is pretty bold. Split with Denver. Beat the Panthers. Beat Tom Brady. Lose to the Saints. Wow, 11-5. Interesting. Because I can go 12-4 with Chargers probably. Yeah. All right, here's the Broncos. Let's see what that new offense. I feel like they won't beat Tom Brady and the new fashion Buccaneers team. Also split with the Raiders, lose to the Falcons, beat the Chargers, lose to the Saints, beat the Panthers. Split? Nah. Here is where I can slightly see this happening. Before, I had them at like 9-7, 10-6 even. But I feel like now, just like you consider they have a solid defense. And now their offense is improving. I just don't think this is the year where the offense is just going to explode. Jerry Jeudy needs a year. Drew Lock's first full year. He went 5-2 in his 7 games last year, but I don't know, man. I was optimistic about this team before, but now I just feel like something isn't there yet, but next year they'll be good for sure. So don't worry, Denver. Las Vegas Raiders. They lose to Carolina. They lose to the Saints. Lose to the Bucks. Split with the Chargers. And lose to the Falcons. Now everyone's saying like Derek Carr, John Gruden. Like, yeah, that's pretty good. But I don't know. I know this team is good, but I just don't see where they can get wins. It sucks when that happens. Like, wow, this Raiders team is pretty decent, but they have a hard schedule. Like, that's reality sometimes. And last team here, the Chargers. They'll beat the Panthers, lose to the Bucks, and say, oh my gosh, they got Brady then Breeze back-to-back weeks. But I feel like they'll beat the Falcons. So, yeah, that is the West and the whole AFC done. We have at the top spot the Ravens, then the Chiefs, then the Titans, and the Bills. In the 5th seed, we got the Steelers, the 6th seed, the Patriots, and the 7th seed, the Browns. Holy crap. All right, moving on to the NFC North. Green Bay Packers. I don't think they'll win the North. Their missed opportunities in the offseason is going to kill them. So let's see what happens. They'll split with Minnesota. And already, I'm going to make this super bold prediction. Split the Lions. Lose to the Saints. Beat the Falcons. Fall down to Brady. Lose to the Niners. Beat the Bears twice. Beat the Eagles. Psych. They'll split the Bears as well. Beat the Panthers 9-7. And something is going to happen with Rodgers. I don't know what. Injury? Him leaving due to locker room drama? Gotta find out. Might not even happen. Chicago's got a great defense, but oh my god, Mitch Trubisky, what yikes. They'll split Detroit, beat the Giants, lose to the Falcons, lose to the Bucks, lose to the Panthers, lose to the Rams, lose to the Saints, and split the Vikings. 7-9. That Diggsless Vikings team and lack of defensive players for the Vikings is gonna and it's a Monday game, so you already know. So, what does this mean for Minnesota? Lose to the Seahawks. Beat the Falcons. beat the Lions, beat the Cowboys, beat the Panthers, lose to the Bucks, lose to the Saints. Well, now we're in a predicament here. I said that the Vikings would win, and hey, look at that. Divisional advantage. This team's not going to get more than 10 wins. The whole division won't. It's just too much of a strength of schedule. Like, the Vikings, they lost Diggs and some essential defensive players. The Packers just did a big nope in the offseason. Bears, Mitch Trubisky. Lions, they're the Lions. But with this improved offense, well, not improved, it's just that with Stafford back full time, let's see what happens. Lose to the Cardinals, lose to the Saints, lose to the Falcons, beating the football team, beating the Panthers, losing to the Bucks. 6-10. Close, but no cigar. New Orleans Saints, after going through the whole AFC and the NFC North, they are already 8-0. Which ones will they lose? Let's spice this up. They'll split with the Bucks, but opposite turfs. Beating the Panthers, beating the Niners in revenge of last year, splitting the Falcons, beating the Eagles, and I believe they'll realize that they've locked the 1 seed. I think they'd eventually lock the 1 seed. So they'll just, rest and lose the Panthers there. 13-3 for New Orleans. Brady is in Tampa. What's going to happen with this team? They're going to beat the Panthers, beat the Giants, split the Panthers. Brady's versus Goff again. Brady's prevails again, splitting the... Oh my God. This is way too high. This is way too high. There is no way. Like, that offense is so stacked, but that defense, no. There's got to be something changed here. The Vikings come in and officially lock in the division. I think 11-5 was pretty good for it. Especially getting Leo 4. Like, that's that offense is terrifying. Atlanta 22 straight. Anyways. Yeah. Losing to the Seahawks, losing to the Cowboys, splitting the Panthers gives them 7-9. I can definitely see this. And now you can see that everything's starting to come together with this. The Panthers lose to the Cardinals, but hey, you beat the football team. 6-10. Actually, no. You lose to the football team. 5-11. Cowboys. My Cowboys. Oh, man. The clapper is out of here. Now, does that mean, we're winning the Super Bowl for sure with Mike McCarthy? He's won a Super Bowl in Dallas. Well, I mean, there's been quite a history with coaches' second teams going far. Andy Reid, per se. He went from Philadelphia to Kansas City. Look where they went. Then again, that was like a couple years ago, so who knows? Maybe a couple years, Dak will be holding that Lombardi, but I don't think this year, obviously. Los Angeles Rams will win, lose in Seattle, beat the Giants, beat the Cardinals, beat the football team, split with the Eagles, beat the football team again, beat the Niners in their hangover, sweep the Giants as well. 12-4 for the Cowboys. The Eagles, well, they got robbed of CeeDee Lamb and signed Jalen Hurts. They're still gonna be all right. They'll beat the football team. They'll beat the Rams. Lose to the Niners. Split the Giants. Lose to the Seahawks. I said that with hesitation because, Seahawks is road. Their little road thing. So they'll beat Seattle probably. And look at that. Look who's 8-8 now. Moving on. The Giants. They'll lose to almost the entire West except for the Cardinals. Splitting with the football team puts him at 4-12. What's that left for the football team? Losing to the Cardinals, losing to the Rams. The whole West, they're going to eat them up. The worst team in the NFC. Oh man, this West is already set up for disaster. Well, the Niners are going to be on a Super Bowl hangover, and we're already left with the whole West. And they're going to split all the way. 11-5, 7-5. It's just one big split. Now, Seattle, I can definitely see this happening. Want to know why? The Niners will be in a hangover, but it's not going to kill them. The Seahawks, without their screaming fans, they could underperform. And the Cardinals' offense looks good, and they're somehow in the playoffs. Well, here comes the tricky part. Wild card. The Steelers go into Buffalo and lose. The Patriots return to Tennessee and lose. We're not going to talk about that game. We already know. Seattle goes on the road to Skull and lose. The Niners hangover finally gets them, and Brady is already on the pursuit for number 7. The Cowboys beat the Cardinals. The Chiefs overcome the Titans yet again. And the Bills put the Ravens' pressure to the championship. The Dallas Cowboys overcome that Vikings defense. And for the third time in a row, Brady and Breeze duke it out. And Breeze becomes 2-1 against the old man. Going to the bowl, the Chiefs return against the Saints, and the Saints says, "Screw you, refs," and wins. And Breeze holds his second Lombardi. And that's all I gotta say. See ya.